Next Fest is back in full swing on Steam, and you know, if you're a fan of the Twitch channel, that I love showcasing some of the latest offerings and newest games upcoming from developers and checking out some of the latest demos on our channel. With that, I wanted to start a new series on the YouTube and highlight some of those games in Next Fest, talk about the games, showcase some of the gameplay, and let you know what I think about them. Up first, let's talk about Motion Twin's newest game, Windblown. Motion Twin, most notably known for their amazing work on Dead Cells, are back with their newest game, Windblown, a fast-paced action roguelike that packs a massive punch just in the early offering alone. In Windblown's demo, you are awoken by a voice calling to you, requesting your presence. We're all naturally curious. Come on, of course you're ready to heed the call. This demo is frenetic in the best way possible, and I love a demo that launches you into the tutorial, but one that's action-packed without too much hand-holding. Windblown does both of those beautifully in this short stretch of gameplay. The first thing I noticed in this game is the absolutely gorgeous art style. The colors and the landscape pop, and with a traversal mechanic focused around the dash, which adds to the pace of play, the almost fractured landscape with many elements requiring dash to progress in your run, it stands out in a way that immediately grabs your attention. Located throughout the environment as you trek over, down, around, and through the broken sky terrain, are the Sentinels of the Vortex, ranging from sharp dashing enemies to AoE-focused range attackers, and even deadly cannon blast types. This lends even more to the delicate balance of the lightning-fast dash mechanics to move around for better positioning, dodging, and more strategic fight positioning for the range of attackers in Windblown. The early moments also present your first gift from Fallen Warriors, a boon carefully chosen to aid you on your run, whether it be something that focuses on bonus damage, something that increases damage on first contact, or one that builds up a certain target ability. It's a great starting block and one of the best parts of the roguelike experience, fleshing out your build your way. What felt best about this demo as it unfolded was the pacing and fun, quick nature of the run. A roguelike's best friend is its replayability, and right out of the gate, in its demo form at least, Windblown nailed the style and nature it was going for, and that stood out in a big way. Before I had even set foot on its main hub. While you start with a weapon, in this case the fish knife, you can find drops throughout the world for your primary, your secondary, as well as trinkets which fit your shoulder buttons and help round out your unique builds for fighting your way through the landscape. I found myself landing perfectly in Motion Twin's description of this experience, doing exactly as they put it, with a mistimed dash that could send you right into the deadly swing of a sentinel's blade. Now let's talk about the meat of the demo. Teleported directly into the sky on death, you find yourself on the Ark, a floating village orbiting around the deadly vortex, where we just so happen to have died, obviously. You're greeted by the Leapers, a group venturing out into the vortex on a mission to bring back critical supplies to its people. You, too, can prevent be a hero. That is, if you can avoid yarfing every time you exit the vortex, and to this point, I'm not sure you can. One of the most essential resources you find are encrypted memories of the Fallen Warriors that unlock weapons and trinkets and potentially more upon full release. I find this to be a fun way to tie into the home hub, the story they're weaving outside of the endless runs for resources, and a way to play collector and find new and exciting ways to conquer your foes. Combat is king. A roguelike is built on many things, but combat is king. While a game may never truly reinvent the wheel, what makes your favorite roguelike stick in your mind is the fluidity and the beautiful dance of combat. Waves of enemy types, larger and more deadly foes, and challenging boss fights bring out the best or worst in the combat. From what I've experienced in Windblown's brief but immersive demo, your primary weapon and secondary weapon work in tandem in a beautiful way that's even more enhanced by the alter attack combination you learn early on. This became one of my favorite combinations for larger scale enemies, for windows of opportunity that allowed the time, for massive damage, and just a gorgeously fun combo. Add in a swirling chaotic trinket that damages a massive AoE, and you find yourself creating havoc in your own way, and I think Windblown has something incredibly cool on their hands. I'm excited to see what Motion Twin has in store for Windblown moving forward. The game itself has this demo in Next Fest, but you won't have to wait long to experience it, with it entering its early access period on October 24th, just a little over a week away. Early access can be a sticking point, but from what Motion Twin made possible with Dead Cells in its early access period, and the plans they have so far for Windblown during the expected year or so in that state, I think there's a lot to be excited about with this roguelike. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comments what Next Fest demos you've been loving, any you'd want me to check out myself, and any games you're stoked for as the year comes to a close in general. More demo vids on the way. Stay tuned. I'll catch you guys next time.